Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today we're diving into a report that might make you say, uh-oh, looks like someone's having a bad quarter. We're checking out NVIDIA's latest filing and it seems like some government regulations have thrown a wrench in their plans, costing them billions. Okay, so the big news here is that on April 9, 2025, the US government told NVIDIA they need a license to export some of their high-powered computer chips, specifically the H20 integrated circuits and anything similar, to China, including Hong Kong and Macau, and a few other countries. They also need a license to export to companies headquartered or with an ultimate parent in those locations. This is because the US government is worried these chips could be used in supercomputers in China, which could pose a security risk. And guess what? On April 14, 2025, they were told this license requirement is here to stay for the long haul, or as the filing says, the indefinite future. And on April 14, 2025, they were told this license requirement is here to stay for the long haul, or as the filing says, the indefinite future. Now, here's where it hits NVIDIA's wallet. Because of this new rule, NVIDIA expects to take a $5.5 billion hit for the first quarter of fiscal year 2026. That's a lot of money, even for a big company like NVIDIA. This charge covers things like inventory they can't sell, purchase commitments they can't back out of, and reserves for potential losses. The fiscal year ends on April 27, 2025. This suggests that they have a lot of H20 products that they were planning to sell in China that they now can't. This means they have to write down the value of those products and potentially cancel orders with their suppliers, leading to those big losses. Of course, NVIDIA throws in the usual disclaimer saying that these are forward-looking statements. Basically, they're saying things could change and their actual results might be different than what they're expecting. They list a bunch of things that could affect their business, like the economy, competition, manufacturing problems, and whether people actually want to buy their products. They also mentioned that you can find more details about these risks in their reports filed with the Securities and Exchange Commission, also known as the SEC. Now let's zoom out and look at the bigger picture. This license requirement is a big deal for NVIDIA because China is a huge market for their products. These high-performance chips are used in everything from artificial intelligence to data centers, and Chinese companies are major buyers. Losing access to that market is going to hurt, no doubt about it, but NVIDIA isn't just sitting still. They're probably working on ways to get around these restrictions, maybe by developing new chips that don't require a license or by finding other markets to sell their products. It's important to remember that this isn't just about NVIDIA. It's part of a larger trend of increasing tensions between the US and China over technology. The US government is worried about China's growing technological power and is trying to slow it down by restricting access to key technologies. This is likely to continue in the future and it could have a big impact on the entire tech industry. So what's the bottom line here? NVIDIA is facing a major challenge in one of its key markets. The next few quarters are going to be tough as they try to navigate these new restrictions and find new ways to grow their business. I would say NVIDIA is in a tough spot. The US government is trying to walk a tightrope balancing national security with the needs of American companies. NVIDIA is caught in the middle and it's going to be interesting to see how they respond. Their strengths are in their cutting edge technology, but their weakness right now is dependence on specific markets, namely China. The market will continue to expect NVIDIA to make money, and they are expected to fulfill those expectations, even with new regulations. It's a high-risk, high-reward industry, but it's not going to be easy. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, please like, comment, and subscribe for more corporate decoder videos. Let us know what company reports you would like us to dive into next.